Thursday, mamas. How's it going? I'm your host, Amaris, and Kathy's here. Duh.
Hi, everyone.
What's going on, guys? What's the 411?
What and Mean Girls, what's the hey girls? What's the 411? What is it that she said?
What's everyone been up
Oh
to?
yes.
Oh, so today's episode is actually being recorded on a Friday
Yeah.
because we were supposed to record on a Sunday, but the subject that we want to talk about is, sacrifices as being a stay-at-home mom. We were just too emotional on Sunday to record. We were going through a lot. Well, I mean, not a lot. I think emotionally we were going
Yes.
through a lot.
Yeah.
Hormonally, we were going through a lot. So
Mercury in retrograde.
Mercury in retrograde. I think we just had like the pink full moon, and there
We
was
needed
just
a
a
breather.
yeah, we just needed time to ourselves to cool, calm, and collect our thoughts, and
Yeah,
we're here.
I know.
We're going to be talking about stay-at-home mom sacrifices.
I've always wanted to touch on this subject, but I always felt like I don't know, I don't want to come off as like I'm complaining about being
Or
a
ungrateful.
or ungrateful.
Mm-hmm.
But recently we had a conversation and it just like dinged on me like, you know what, we should really just talk about it and just
Mm-hmm.
be raw and open because why not?
Yeah. Why? Right. Why not? That's the whole reason why we're here, is just to
Yeah.
be raw and filter and like truthful what we go on a day-to-day basis as stay-at-home moms,
Yeah,
because there could be other moms who could be going through the same thing.
I agree. So please don't take this like we're ungrateful and
No.
we hate our lives and shit.
Right, right.
It's not
No,
the case
no.
at all. We just want to tell you guys the reality, right, of being a stay-at-home mom, especially
Mm-hmm.
in the world that we're living in right now, and the economy,
Yep.
just we there's a lot of things. So like, I know we've talked about it before, but we can talk
Mm-hmm.
about the stigma behind
Yeah.
stay-at-home mom because
Mm-hmm.
I feel like when I tell people I'm a stay-at-home mom, and this is not everyone, it's just like
No.
one or two, maybe three people that I've told in my whole motherhood journey. They almost think like we don't do anything all day.
Mm-hmm.
They kind of glamorize it, and it's like not
Right.
glamorous in the way that you think. Like I'm not out doing Pilates every week or going
Right.
to brunch. Like I'm not doing all that.
Right. I'm
You
not
know,
going to the country club, meeting up
no, I'm
with
not
girls
doing
and
that.
having mimosas. We're not doing that.
Especially too, I live in a city where most moms here, they're working moms. So it's
Mm-hmm.
very isolating. Like I feel like a lot of
Yeah.
days, like I get together with other stay-at-home moms in my city and we go to brunch and we do this and it's like,
Right.
no.
No, I wish,
Or
but
like I spend my
no.
husband's money and
Right.
that we
On
just
things that
don't,
we don't need.
yeah, we're like, we just don't do
Mm-hmm.
anything all day long when in reality it's like the complete opposite.
Opposite. Yeah.
So I just wanted to put that out there and, because I'm sure
It's
you've done it
rough.
too, right? Where you or you
Um,
take a vibe from people. I don't know.
no, I've gotten the like, oh, okay, you're a stay-at-home mom,
When
but
are you going
like,
back to work?
you know, I think when in the beginning, I
Yeah,
never got that because we were in the pandemic and it
right.
was just like, well, yeah, I would
It was
have
like
put
a
my kid.
touchy subject, I feel like too.
Yeah, right, right. So, I think afterwards, once the pandemic, I guess yeah, that we talked about this, the pandemic is over. It's like, oh, so when are you thinking going back to work? What are your plans? And my response would be like, I'm never going back to work, like
Yeah,
never,
yeah,
because I just don't want to I don't want to get into it because I
yeah,
don't know if I want to go back to work. Like
yeah.
there's days that I do, there's days that I don't, and given my situation with Thane being autistic.
Mhm.
Now, before I say anything else, let me just
Yeah,
say
go for it.
his autism doesn't prevent me to live my life or anything like
Yeah, of
that.
course. Yeah.
I'm his mom, so it is my duty to make sure that everything is being done for him. So
Hmm.
because of that, I feel like any employer, I just can't go to any employer. I would need to find a company that truly understands
Yeah.
this lifestyle of her son has high support needs and she's going to have to be there once or twice a week for therapies if anything comes up, blah blah blah.
Mhm.
So I'm excuse me. So I'm scared to put my foot back in the workforce knowing that there's not companies out there that truly understand
Yeah.
moms are moms. I mean, I've talked about it before where my previous boss didn't understand I was a mom. And also too,
Mhm.
my first employer, they both of them, both of these women who are moms in human resources, they both said, "Oh no, like I can wait for Amaris to be a mom because I just know she'll just be calling out for every little thing." And I looked at them, I was like, "Yes, because they will be my kids and I'm a mom first."
Of
Mind
course.
you, I wasn't even 25 years old yet when
Mhm.
they like said that to me. So,
Mhm.
going on a ranty here, but
No, I
yeah.
completely understand that. I remember when I was in the workforce, I had this coworker, and and not that I judged her, but I remember she was a mom, and obviously I wasn't
Mhm.
a mom at the time, and
Right.
I didn't I there was no way that I can put myself in her shoes because I've never been in that role before. But I remember her calling out so many times, and there was a point that I was just like, oh my gosh, again, like why is she keep why like
Right,
and
right.
but it was valid reasons. It was like, my son is sick. I have to pick him up from daycare or from school.
Mhm.
He was. I don't have anyone to pick him up. I have to leave early. And now looking back, I'm like, man, like I wish I was more understanding because I was her manager. I wish I was
Oh, okay.
understanding.
Mhm.
And that's the thing, like unless you've been a mom, it's
Mhm.
really hard to understand these situations. So like you said, like it's
Right.
really important for you to find the right company, um,
Mhm.
because you want them to understand and be,
Mhm.
I guess,
Compassionate and
compassionate.
have
Yeah,
like empathy like
exactly.
okay, like
Right.
I understand she has to leave every Tuesday to pick up her son and take him to speech
Yeah,
therapy, but I know she's going to get the work done.
exactly.
You
Yeah,
know?
exactly. 100%.
So, just like sacrifices, right? We're talking about what sacrifices
Mhm.
we're dealing with, you and I, as
Yeah,
being stay-at-home moms. One of them is like a career pause.
yeah.
I don't know how long I'm going to be out in the workforce. I don't know how long it's going to take me to get back there to find a company that understands. And it does scare me. Don't get me wrong. It
It
really
is
does
really
scare me.
scary, especially to have like a big gap in your resume.
Mhm.
It's extremely scary.
Mhm. And one thing I am thankful for is, and it's funny because like I think the day after we were supposed to record, I was talking to Abraham and I was crying and I told him, I said, listen, like I feel like a shitty person, not working, not putting,
Yeah, I go
you
through that
know,
all the time.
yeah, yeah. Oh my gosh. I've been a stay-at-home mom for almost 4 years now, and
Yeah,
I'm always crying about it.
yeah.
But I told him, I'm like, listen, it really makes me feel like a shitty person because I'm not contributing to like any finances. And at that point, he's like, well, you do know if you do go back to work, like everything changes. He's like, yeah, it's a perk to have the money, but everything changes. We have to figure out who's taking care of Cyrilla. We have to figure out who's
You're-
taking things to
yes. You
therapies.
gotta pay
We,
someone
yeah,
to
right. He's like, we have to figure out how we're going to keep the house clean, cook, and do everything that we do while you're home. He's like, so if you kind of think about it, you're needed.
you are needed and
I
yeah.
need you here. He's like, before, when you became a stay-at-home mom, when you decided to be a stay-at-home mom, you weren't needed here. But things changed
Yeah.
because we found out Thane is autistic. I need you here.
Hmm.
And,
And I'm sure and he appreciates it too.
oh my gosh, yeah, he's like, listen, you and I are a
Yeah.
team. He's like, I mean, he tells me all the time, go out, refill your
Yeah.
cup. And I'm just like, no, I need to be here. X, Y, and Z needs to get done. And sometimes he's like, I'm their dad.
You know what it is too? I feel like I don't know anyone else that's in this traditional role like you and
Yeah.
I are. We're in
Mm-hmm.
these very traditional roles, and
Right.
sometimes it's mind-boggling to me that like
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what the right words to say, but
Mhm.
like
Just say it, girl.
sometimes yeah, like word vomit, right? Sometimes I'm like, how is Blue okay with this?
Oh, for yeah,
Like, how
seriously.
is he so like, yes, yes, we're a team, and I
Mhm.
love that you're a stay-at-home mom, and I love that you do like how it's just because there's not a lot it's just rare in in this day and age.
Mhm.
You do get what I'm trying to say?
No, yeah, it's almost okay, and I'm so glad you brought that up because like I said, it's been almost 4 years since I've been a stay-at-home mom, and just this week, I realized my husband needs me.
Yeah,
So this society makes being a stay-at-home mom so negative, like, "Oh, you're a stay-at-home
right.
mom?" So because there's all this negativity around being a
Yeah,
stay-at-home mom and working moms are better, like, all this debate and stuff like that, it truly made me feel shitty
yeah.
up until this week, and I go, "You know what? I am needed." When I solo parented for those 4 whole days, I don't think people realize he left Monday morning at 8 a.m., didn't come back Thursday at 11 p.m. So for 4 whole days, I had to deal with 2 kids,
That sounds
take my son to therapies. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday was therapy.
like
And then
everything kept going.
yes, I had everything just had to keep on going. There was no, "Hey, I need help. Can you watch Cirilla?" It was like, "No, I
Yeah.
gotta make sure she's ready. I have to make sure she's dressed, she's fed, everything for us to be out the doors to make it on time." And it wasn't until then that I realized,
Mhm.
forget what society says,
Yeah.
forget what everyone else says, thinks about stay-at-home moms. I did that, and I did that by myself.
Yeah, I'm
You know,
proud of you, girl.
thanks.
It's very empowering.
Yes. Yes. And I think then that's when my confidence in motherhood, my
Mhm.
confidence being a stay-at-home mom increased. Now I'm just like, yes, I'm a stay-at-home mom. I handle the fort.
Mhm.
I know you said that you didn't have anyone that was in that role. I did. And I'm constantly comparing myself to my aunt because one, her and I were both Tauruses.
Yeah.
We low-key have the same temperament. Like we're just low-key kind of like
But are you
similar.
guys similar age? Because I mean, I could say the same
My
thing.
aunt
Yeah.
My aunt is 60 years old.
Okay. So, I mean, like, is there anyone in your age range that is in this similar role? Because I could say the same thing. Be like my mom. My mom has been a
Yeah.
stay-at-home mom forever, you know.
Uh-huh.
And I know other older moms like in my family
Mhm.
that are
But
also.
I feel like with my aunt, it's a little bit different because she is a little bougie. She kept the house clean.
Yeah.
She made home cooked meals.
Like
She
it
did
was
a lot.
inspiring. Like you
It
looked up
it
to it.
was
Okay.
yeah, yeah,
Got
and she
Yeah.
was the like my cousin says my dad would be lost without my
Mhm.
mom. Like my mom is the boss. She handles everything in the house. Without her, we would be lost. And that's how I am in this house. Without me, everybody would be lost. No one would know how to do things,
Yeah. Oh
nothing
yeah,
like
same.
that.
Same.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's like I am head yeah, my husband's head of household because he makes the money, but I am head of this household.
Yeah.
Like anytime the kids are like, "Daddy, like I want this," Abraham's like, let's go ask mommy, let's go see if you can have it. I'll be like, "No," because I told her X, Y, and Z, and he's like, "Well, mommy's the queen of the castle. She said no, sorry." And it's not in like a negative way. It's
No,
just
no,
like
no. It's
mommy
just
said this,
like
you
that
didn't
way.
listen.
Yeah.
Right, right. So, but anyone my age, no, because everyone's working.
Mhm. Yeah.
Everyone's working because they have to work,
Mhm.
unfortunately.
I know.
You know?
Yeah. I knew my whole life that if I ever decided to have kids that I wanted to be a stay-at-home mom. I
Oh,
wanted
okay.
to devote my life, my time, my body, everything into
Mhm.
raising my kids from home.
Yeah.
I always wanted that. I didn't think it was possible.
Right.
I did it again because of the day and age that we live in. Times are
Mhm.
different. Um,
Mhm.
so I feel so grateful
Yeah.
because I didn't really actually think that it was gonna happen.
Right,
It
right,
did. It was like, wow, kind of like a full circle moment,
right,
you know?
right. Now I have to ask because Um, I feel like being a stay-at-home mom, I'm sacrificing my mental health to a certain extent.
Yeah,
How is your mental health being a stay-at-home mom?
that's a really good question. It's not great.
Right, right,
It's not
right.
great. I have to look at my notes because I did touch on that. I struggle with my self identity sometimes.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
struggle with feeling like I'm nothing more than a stay-at-home mom, and I feel like that's how
Mhm.
people see me. And it's like
Right.
I'm much more than that.
Mhm. Yes.
You know what I mean? Um,
Mhm.
so that's one. Lack of social interactions, like that definitely gets to me sometimes.
Mhm.
Not being around
Same.
other adults.
And
It's really
interacting.
lonely.
Mhm.
It's a because we're yeah, it's just it's really, really lonely sometimes. Um, and then I also put down like just juggling everything, like the childcare, the household tasks sometimes leads to neglecting my own like physical health, um,
Yep.
unable to exercise, like meeting my goals, my personal goals is very
Right.
hard. Things like doing my hair, doing my makeup, medical appointments, like I kind of have to put myself in the back burner because
Yeah.
I just don't have time sometimes, and that truly does affect my mental health
Mhm.
personally. Um,
Yeah. No, same. Same.
yeah.
Because it's like, yes, I take care of everyone else, and
Yeah.
I talk to this to
Mhm.
Abraham all the time. I'm like, I am constantly taking care of everybody
Thinking about everyone else.
who's taking care of
Yeah.
me. I'm like, I understand you necessarily can't do it all the time because you're a dad, you're a
Right.
worker, you make the money, and I totally get that, and I totally respect that. I'm like, but sometimes I would love if you would tell me stay in bed, sleep in, don't worry, I got it. I would just love that. But after, almost 4 years, I come to find out that sometimes that's not always easy
It's not.
for Abraham
Yeah.
because they too have a lot going on in their mind. They're thinking, well, if I
Yeah.
lose my job, which we all know my husband lost his job,
Yeah. No, you're
it
right.
was
I forget you're totally right about
yeah.
that. It yeah.
Mhm. So I think it took Abraham to lose his job for me to realize I need to stop complaining and stop asking him to take care of me, like mentally and all that stuff, and start doing that for myself. Because
Yeah.
this man just lost his job and
Yeah.
now he needs to work twice as hard
I
to
know.
find something.
We have to give them
Because
grace.
right, right, we have to start giving our husbands some grace. And I did. And once I had that mindset,
Mhm.
I'm like, okay, I'm gonna start doing things for myself. Like, I need to start getting back into my skincare, start going back to the gym, and truly just work on me. And I have, and I'm starting to feel good. I'm starting to feel a lot more confident, just a lot more grateful, and a lot more like
Mhm.
zen.
I love that's amazing.
Yeah.
I definitely do have to focus on, um, like, the wellness aspect,
Hmm.
exercise, all that, like, taking my vitamins.
Yeah.
That's been a huge struggle for me lately. I was someone that was always on top of my vitamins, and before having Grayson, I would exercise and stuff, and that's one part of my life that I have to work on, but,
Right.
other things like hobbies and stuff, I do try to make it a priority, um, to do for myself,
Right.
for my sanity.
Right.
Um, but yeah, I was also thinking too, going back to what you said about Abraham not being able to do certain things that you want, for you. I
Hmm.
can definitely relate. And I also have to remind myself that one day we'll get that back. It's
Yep.
just the season that we're in. It's just we're we're just very busy and he has
Hmm.
a lot going on his mind. Um,
Hmm.
so yeah.
And I feel like that comes with just being a toddler mom. Like, you
Yeah,
have little in the house.
yeah.
You really got to focus all your time
Yeah.
on them and like just not be each other's enemies.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
know?
don't let, like, little things I know it's easier said than done, but don't
Yeah.
don't dwell on those, like, minuscule things because
Mhm.
really not that big of a deal. And I'm sure your husband wants to do all these things for you, but it's hard. And listen,
Yeah.
today I gave Blue shit, and now I'm feeling so bad about it. And I'm gonna apologize to him later, but
Yeah.
this morning we went on a family walk, and I was rushing because he let me sleep in this morning, which was really nice. And again, I didn't even thank him for that.
Yeah.
And then after the walk, I'm like rushing to make breakfast because he had a meeting at like 10 or something. And I had mentioned something like, oh, like I'm gonna make my coffee later. And then after his meeting, he came down. I'm like, it would have been really nice if you had just made my coffee. Like, you never make me coffee.
Mhm.
He's like, well, okay, like I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm really sorry. You're right. Like, I'll think about it next time.
Mhm.
But now I'm thinking like, why did I pick a fight? Like, I don't.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I get like that. Like there are times I'm like, it would be nice if you can make me eggs.
Yeah,
Like it would be nice after you get the kids breakfast done, like you can take care of me. And then afterwards I'm like, damn, that was really
yeah,
shitty to say. And then I'll apologize and then I'm like, listen, the root cause is X, Y, and Z. And it's always because I'm overstimulated.
same. Yeah,
There's so much. I wish my mind can just be quiet for a
for
second
sure.
and I can just chill
Hmm.
because I just feel like being a stay-at-home mom, your mental health is just
Because it's like constant fight or flight. You're constantly go, go, go. It's just constant. It's 24/7, everything. So obviously your anxiety is going to be heightened.
right.
And also we're carrying it's the mental load,
Mhm.
everything of everything.
Everything.
Like when I just remembered I picked another fight with Blue. I
Mhm.
that was really mean. I gotta apologize to him because yesterday was his birthday. Like, what was wrong with me?
Mhm.
But we went on the walk, and he wanted to go without like feeding Grayson. I'm like, but what is he gonna eat? He's like, oh well, it's gonna be quick. Like he can eat something. I'm like, okay, well, we gotta pack wipes because he's congested and water. And he's like, oh okay. Like, and I got mad because I'm like why couldn't you do this?
Right, right,
Because I'm
right.
always thinking ahead.
Mhm.
So why
You're
can't
always
you?
thinking of like the consequences and what
Yeah.
if I don't bring this? Yeah. Yeah, I get it.
Meanwhile, he just wants to go on a nice family walk around the block.
Right. Right. No.
Why can't I just chill? Like, I don't
For
I
for
don't
real.
know what's wrong with me.
For real. I'm telling you, it's the mental
It's the
load.
mental load.
We just want to feel like you just one day like you got this.
Yeah, and we want to feel appreciated too, which I know my
Yeah.
husband appreciates me, but like sometimes I just want more.
I I want to hear it.
Yeah,
And I'm so glad you brought that up because I
yeah.
had a conversation with Abraham yesterday.
Mm,
And I told but prior to yesterday, he said something like, you are needed in this house. Like you and I are a team. I
yeah,
heard it differently this time. And I spoke to him about it. I said, all this time up until now, I was not confident being a single mom. I felt judged. I felt like I was a user. I was a freeloader
yeah.
because your delivery in the past wasn't right. And that really mentally messed me up. And I had explained to him like how certain things were said in the past versus
Communication is
how
key.
it's so key. Your tone is key. And Abraham, he's very like monotone, straight to
But
the
once you
point.
become a parent, right? It's like you have to rework some of those communication skills because
Mm-hmm.
me and Blue, we're not perfect. Like there's times that
Right.
we and I'm like, okay, we really got to work on our communication here. Like something's off.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a constant
Right.
learning thing,
Yeah. Yeah.
you know?
So I told him, I said, I'm now understanding that you do appreciate the
Yeah.
position I'm in. And he's like, yeah, I've been saying that. I was like, yeah, but
Yeah.
I'm like, you're saying it differently.
Yes.
And
Yes.
then
I
it
totally
took a
get
second for him to
you.
think about it. And he goes, okay, yeah, I can see how my delivery was like wrong. And I'm like,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know.
The
This week was
acknowledge.
just so like good for me. Like, I don't know. Like, I don't know like what's in the water, what's in the moon.
That's amazing. I
But
mean, yeah,
like,
it's just like very like eye opening, like very
Yes.
Yeah, it's
Very,
actually, I'm
there's
looking for a word.
a me too comforting, very comforting, confirming, whatever the word is.
When I think about it, when I think, oh, what?
Oh my goodness. But yeah, moving along, the
Yes.
financial part. So like we all
Yes.
know I was a working mom before I became a stay-at-home mom, and I
Same.
miss
Kind of. Yeah.
just swiping my card whenever
Yeah.
I wanted to because I could. I worked, my bills were paid, everything was fine. And for a long time, and now I
Mhm.
don't like spending money on myself, and I feel
Same.
very guilty,
Same.
very guilty. And I will go to Abe, I'm like, listen, like I just bought this because, and he's just like, okay. And
Yeah.
I'm like, you're not mad that I spent this much? He's like, do you need it? And I'm like, yeah. He's like, okay.
I know. I know. I struggle with that too. It's just, I don't know. It feels weird almost. I
It
don't,
does.
I don't know how to explain it. I don't know what other word to use. It just feels weird when I like buy something for myself or do something
Yeah.
for myself because almost feel like that money should go towards Grayson or towards the house, but it's like
It's like, but like I need freshly new underwear.
yeah,
I don't have jeans that fit me,
girl, I
so I
have
need
not bought
clothes.
a pair of jeans since having Grayson, and my jeans don't fit right. And I've been telling
Yeah.
Grayson, I really just want a pair of jeans, and he's like, just then buy the pair of jeans.
Right.
And I've been
Right.
putting it off for so long.
Mm-hmm. I mean, Mother's Day's coming up. Maybe you could do a little shopping spree. Just, you know.
Maybe, but it's just, I don't know. I feel like we're in a place right now where we're trying to save because we
Right.
want to buy a house in the future, maybe in the near
Mm-hmm. Right.
future.
Right.
And I don't know. There's a lot of things where in the past, like it was no big deal for me to spend money on, but now it's like it's just not, honestly, it's not that important to me. Like I don't need jeans.
Right. Right.
I don't need it right now. I
Right.
feel like it can wait.
Right, right. And that was me.
Yeah.
I waited so long to buy so many to buy clothes that like fit me. It
Yeah.
took Abraham to buy me clothes. He's like,
I think
"Listen,
that's gonna be the same thing with us.
those jeans don't fit you." He's like, "Those are two sizes, up." And I'm
I
like,
don't even have a
"Yeah,
bra.
you're right."
I don't own a bra. I don't wear bras.
You don't wear
Like
bras? For
no, I just
real?
do like like
The nursings?
yeah, the nursing or like a bralette. But I want
Oh,
a
okay. I
bra.
mean,
I really want a bra.
honestly, do you like underwire or no underwire?
It's been so long.
I hate underwire. I don't know what it is. I became a mom, and it's honestly
Same.
uncomfortable. It's
Alright.
so uncomfortable.
Yeah.
So I'm always like right now. I mean, I'm in a Target bra, no underwire. It's cheap. Does it fit me right? No,
Yeah.
but
That's what I mean. Like I want a bra that like fits me right.
yeah, fits you
Even
like a
the new
glove.
boobs, you know what I mean?
Yeah, right. The new boobs. But yeah, it took Abraham to buy me clothes. Like it took him to buy me my whole new wardrobe because he's like, I'm sick and tired of you wearing clothes that don't fit you. They're too big and this and that. You're hiding your body. Your body is fine. I'm just like, okay,
That's
no
how I feel
problem.
too. I feel like I'm hiding my body, but it's just like I don't have clothes, so it's like what?
Right, right. And then it's like, well, I stay home, so like, why am I gonna
Yeah,
be in like jeans? But sometimes I'm like, I don't want to be in sweatpants.
I know. I look a
I
little
don't.
put together.
Yeah, like I love Adam Sandler, but I don't want to look like him all the
I'm looking
time.
like him right now, you know?
But
But
you look
all good.
human. Stop.
Um,
Sometimes it's a vibe looking like Adam
yeah,
Sandler. I'm like, I wish I still had my big D's
yeah.
and my biker shorts
Throw
with
your
like
hair in a bun, some
and a
sunglasses,
bun. Some
call it a day.
for real with your homemade iced coffee because
Yes.
iced coffee is expensive.
That's another thing too. That's
Yeah.
another thing too, Amaris. Like I was one to always go to coffee shop. I mean, I still do, but not that much.
Hmm.
Like I went to
Right.
the coffee shop, when was it? 2 days ago. But it was because I
Hmm.
had a free coffee on my loyalty
Right.
card.
Hmm.
I just don't do that anymore because
Right.
why am I gonna spend $8? Yes, people, you heard that right.
$8.
$8 on a latte. That is
Hmm.
ridiculous.
Yeah. It's
And
just
so
cheaper
it's
to make
not,
it at home.
yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
Now, there are other things that, yes, I would like to do. Like, I would love to go to the hair salon. I want a makeover. I want to go lighter, go shorter. But guess
Mhm.
what? Where I live, you know how you want to know the lowest quote that I found? $700, Amaris. And I'm just, no,
That's
$700?
crazy. Yeah,
That is ridiculous. That
that is
I'm just
ridiculous.
not right now. It's not.
Right. I'm glad you brought up like hair stuff because when I was working, I
Mm-hmm.
don't care
Oh
how
yeah,
much they would ask me, "What's your beauty budget?"
yeah.
There's no budget.
Yeah,
Why? Because I did my hair once a year. I was working and I deserved it.
yeah,
Now it's like I actually need a haircut and I need to do something with this hair because it's been a whole year since I've done a
yeah.
balayage, but everything is just so expensive. And then
Yeah, that's another thing too.
it's also just not money, it's also time. Like I have to spend
That
the
too. Like,
time
you have to spend a
to
whole day.
sit there. Right. I have to spend almost like 3 hours in there because my hair is long. And it's just like, I just don't want to spend that time. But then I feel guilty because then it's like I'm not spending that time for myself,
I know. Like,
you
I used
know?
to get my nails done too. I don't do that anymore. I would like
Hmm.
to, like, I would really like to get a pedicure, but again, it's like time and
Yeah.
money. Everything's so expensive right now. It's just
Everything's so
not feasible,
expensive.
honestly. It's not
It's
feasible
not.
now.
And last week I did get a massage, but I desperately needed that massage and I only get a massage like once a year. Like if there's anything I dedicate is once a year get that massage
Yes,
because
mom.
after co-sleeping
Yes,
and
girl.
everything I
That's
just
on my list.
I
I need
need,
some.
oh
Yeah.
my God, get a CBD oil massage.
Okay.
It is amazing. I came out of that massage appointment and I was so zen. I'm still zen. My body feels
Wow. That's
good. I'm like, this is great. I love this.
yeah.
She did wonders, but it was expensive. It was
Yeah.
$200.
Yeah. It's
You
just like
know?
everything is it's just crazy. And again,
Mhm.
I don't want to come off here and then people be like, okay, so
Go back to work.
then don't be a stay-at-home mom
Mhm.
because you're complaining about how everything is so expensive, then don't
Mhm.
be a stay-at-home mom. No, it's like
It's like you don't
you
understand
don't got the
our
bigger picture.
situations
Yeah.
where it's like we're needed as
Yes.
stay-at-home
Yeah.
moms. You know? Like I go back and forth and I think just like you, we're trying to save for like a house. We're getting like little things fixed in this house just to make it feel comfortable. And I feel so bad. Like we can't get our basement completely done because it's just so expensive. But we need our basement to be livable because right now it's not.
Mm-hmm.
We just got our windows replaced because guess what? Our windows wasn't 100%. There are some windows we weren't opening at all because we just couldn't open it.
Yeah,
It
it was
it
tough.
wasn't working right. So it's like everything is so expensive, makes me feel guilty spending money for myself. But you know who also feels guilty spending money on themselves? Abraham.
Blue too.
He will wear,
Yeah,
holes
Blue
in his
too.
socks,
He wasn't always like this
underwear.
though. But now
Oh no,
because
he's
we're a
always
one
been like
income
this.
yeah.
Yeah.
Now because we're a one income household, like he's like me. Like he just for him it's not important.
Right, right.
Ugh, so you know how I'm going on a girls trip next month.
Yeah.
So yesterday Blue told me, and this might make me cry,
Okay.
but he was like, the reason I've been working so hard the past 2 weeks is because
Bitch, I'ma cry. I
I
think I
want
know
you to
why.
have an amazing time with your friends
Oh my God.
without thinking about money.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I'm like, man, like, ugh, this felt so grateful. He's like, I don't want you to worry about money. I want you to go out to dinner. Like, I want you to,
Mm-hmm.
like, I know it's only 2 days, but he's like, I want that to be a vacation for you. And I don't want
Yeah.
you to worry.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and that just really got to me.
Yeah. Oh no, I'm
Because
like
it's like,
teary-eyed.
yeah, I just thought about that.
Mm-hmm.
Ugh, all right, we're
Oh
good.
my goodness. No, I completely understand how you feel because that Clinton trip we took, you had asked me like,
Yes.
do you want to cancel that because Abraham lost his job and blah
Yeah.
blah blah. And I spoke to Abraham. I said, listen, let me know if I'm telling Kathy we're going to cancel. He's like, no,
Mm.
that was planned before anything happened. I want you to enjoy that time. I want you to get that break, that mental load off
Yeah.
yourself and enjoy your time. Go out to dinner, just like we
That was so
go
much
out to
fun, you guys.
dinner.
We gotta do
It
that
was so
again.
I know that was fun, just exploring a town. That
That
was
was
really
so
good.
nice, and like the hotel, it was just so
It
much
was just
fun.
good.
Yeah.
It was very relaxing, very zen. And I didn't feel bad because he told me, he's like, everything is going to be okay. I want
Mm.
you to, you know, decompress. That's the word I
Yes,
was looking for.
decompress. Yeah.
Decompress
Hmm.
from what we got going on here. And
Yeah.
it
Oh,
definitely is much needed. But yes, girl, I too, you deserve this little vacation.
thanks, girl.
Everyone's going to be fine. The house
Yeah,
is still going to be there,
you're right.
you
No,
know?
no, I'm looking forward to it. It's gonna be.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh man, this is a good episode.
This
Really.
is.
You know what else I've been wanting to do that I just
Mm.
a facial.
Oh, I've done those. Those are
Have
nice.
you? Those are
Mm-hmm.
so nice.
Yeah,
I've
they
only
exfoliate
done a
your
few.
skin.
Yeah, I really need one. I would love one.
Do you shave your own face?
No,
You don't?
no.
I love doing that. I get
I've heard it's good.
it is so good.
I've
Oh
heard it's
my
good for like
God.
skincare and all that
Yeah.
stuff. Like
Yeah.
there's actual benefits to it.
Mm-hmm. Oh my God, I love doing it. I only do it like once a month because
Hmm.
I think that's you're technically, from what I understand, you're only supposed to
Yeah,
exfoliate once a month. So I got all like the peach fuzz on there, and then when
yeah.
I take it out, it's just there, and I'm like,
Oh, I
you
should
see
try
all like the dead skin. You're just like, oh my God, look at my hair. And Abraham's like,
that. I should try that.
you should. You just have to buy the facial razors.
Okay. I put down here lack of privacy, like using the bath. Because it's true. Think about it. If you are a
Yes.
working mom, you I like
You
I'll
get to
send
shit at your job
yeah.
quietly.
Yes. I don't use the bathroom alone until Grayson's asleep.
Yeah.
That's sad.
Mm-hmm.
But it is what it is. Like he always comes to the
Mm-hmm.
bathroom with me.
Yeah, same. So it's like, Mommy, what are you doing? And I'm like, I'm pooping. Opens the door and I'm like,
And I have to bring him though, because we live, our bathrooms
oh
upstairs.
yeah, yeah, you do. Yeah, you
I
do
don't
have
trust
to.
that kid. I can't leave him.
No.
He's been getting into everything now. He opens
Mm-hmm.
the fridge on his own. Like,
Mm-hmm.
what the heck am I gonna do? He opens a
Yeah.
window on his own. I locked
Oh,
it by the way, but
oh good.
yeah, he's getting into everything.
Yeah, he's in that stage.
Yeah.
It'll die. Like once he, well, just a little after two,
Once
it'll
he's
stop.
walking, I'm like, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
It's taking you.
It's taking me back to times.
I just put in the end that, like, all in all, I know that I'm making these sacrifices for a higher purpose, and that's to devote myself, my time, everything for my child. I'm never
Mm-hmm.
going to get this time back, and everything else can wait, and I'm okay with that.
Yeah. Yeah. And just to piggyback off for you, like I think overall becoming a parent, I
Hmm.
think you ultimately everyone has to make a certain
Sacrifice,
sacrifice.
yeah.
Like with Abraham, he sacrificed playing video games. How many times do you hear wives complaining that their husbands can't get off video games, can't get off the computer? Abraham's like, no, if I want to be a dad and if I want to be a
Yeah.
great husband, I have to stop video games. So he
Oh,
did.
it's good.
And with me being a just being a mom overall, like constantly doing self-care. Like I was that girl doing hair masks, skincare with the sheet mask and like regular clay mask, my nails, my foot,
Yeah.
oiling my hair, styling my hair. I was always doing something. I don't want to say always having my makeup done because I never I that takes time. But there were one of my hobbies
Mhm.
was always
Same.
doing my makeup and
Yeah.
practicing. Like every Friday night in college, I would watch a
Yeah.
tutorial, use the makeup that I have, and like just literally just get done up, put on a cute
Yeah.
outfit, listen to music just to stay home.
Mhm.
I don't do that anymore because like
No.
I'm a mom now, and that's the
Yeah.
thing that I let go,
At least right now that my
at
kids
least
are
for right
little
now.
still.
But like you said, it's not gonna be like this forever.
No.
And I'm gonna get that person back. I feel like now that Cirilla is 3, I'm like slowly
Mhm.
getting to that, like, okay, you're starting to get a little bit more time for yourself,
Yeah,
you know?
definitely.
So yeah,
I feel the same
that's
way. I'll eventually get there, but I think right now Grayson's so little, and
mhm.
I was thinking about this yesterday too. I'm like, you know what? I love doing like the TikTok stuff, and I'm
Yeah.
really trying to take it seriously, but you know what? I think I'm just gonna stick to like posting 1, 2 times a day. Like
Mhm.
this is more important right now, and that should be
Right.
my main focus, not the other way around.
Right. And I'm just posting like once a day unless I already have something in my drafts and I'm like I can quickly like put that, but the
Yeah.
whole engagement part they make it seem engagement so important, but it's like
Right.
no, my house is more
Yeah.
important. My mental health is more
Exactly.
important. If you don't like the fact that I'm not engaging with all of your video stuff,
Same.
go to sleep, drink your water.
Yeah. So I'm like at a point right now with TikTok that like if it happens, great, but like I'd rather happen organically than me like
Mhm.
every day, like, oh my God, like I need to post. Like I'm just honestly I'm
Yeah.
over it. I've been not
Same.
to be honest, but I've been taking like weekends off. Like I'm just not.
Yeah. I'm just not.
Yeah.
Speaking of TikTok, I got my first PR package, and let me tell you
Yes.
something. I am so excited. I'm so hyped because guess who doesn't buy body wash for themselves? Me. I don't know
Yes.
when's the last time I used body wash. It has to be years. So when Saltaire was like, "Hi, we would like to send you something," I was like, "Okay, yes." It took, a couple of weeks for it to come, but it came this week, and I was like, "Oh my gosh." I don't know if I'm more excited that it's free or it's body wash for myself or
That's
that's my first
amazing.
PR
Yeah.
package. So I'm
That
just so
is exciting.
excited.
That is so exciting.
And it actually smells good.
That
Like
yeah, I've heard amazing things.
they both smell good. They both have different vibes.
Right.
Like the Santal Bloom one, I feel like it's more like an everyday scent because I
Mhm.
can pair it up with like a vanilla
Yeah.
body mist or perfume and it just works well. And the was it Pink Beach? That gives me vacation vibes. And
Ooh,
I'm
I
like, I
like
need to
that.
go on vacation when it's nice outside.
It's
I'm gonna
gonna be
have a
like
nice
the summer.
barbecue. That's
Yeah.
gonna be my summer scent. And now I need to find a body mist. I'm low key kind of like, guilty feeling buying something like that, but I'll find a coupon.
Yes.
I'll find a coupon or I'll wait for the sale.
Mhm.
All right. I think that's all we have for today. Thank you so much for listening. I hope, this episode was relatable to you guys. Even if you're not a stay-at-home mom, I hope it related to you some way, somehow. But we're so grateful that you guys were here. You guys listened to us. You can find us on TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube. Have a great day, guys.
Bye.